Are we gonna have a fun time today? Pikachu seems to think so. Anyway, this is Fuchsia. We're gonna be doing some Safari Zone crap today. And here's how I've prepared. I did not bring any items, so that I'll have plenty of room. And this is my current team. And now that I think about it, I need to change the PC box, which I'll be doing in a minute anyway. But yeah, I'm just basically gonna try to catch a bunch of crap today. I want to show this off before I really do anything else, because it's kind of interesting. This was not in yellow. Or, I mean, yeah, this was not in red and blue, but it was added for yellow. If you don't have the $500 necessary to enter the Safari Zone, the game will still let you do it, but will give you a, like, lower number of Safari Balls. It's kind of interesting. The reason they did this is because, although you have to be intentionally screwing yourself over, pretty much, it is possible to permanently render the game unwinnable if you give yourself less than 500 and no way to make more, because you need to enter the Safari Zone for Surf. So, kind of nice that they did that, I guess. Probably unneeded, but doesn't hurt. But anyway, since I've now used up the last of my money, I figure I might as well go ahead and catch some stuff that I need. I did need a Rhyhorn, so that was one thing I can take off my checklist at least. And it's pretty much the only other, like, Rhyhorn is pretty much the only reason I would need to continue checking out this area. Because I do need a second one for the living dex, though I think I can find a Rhydon in, like the Victory Road or Unknown Dungeon or something. I have to check. So I don't really need to catch a second Rhyhorn. So let's go here. Here's a Cubone. I need one for the living dex, so might as well. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of throw balls until I... Okay, well here's our best friend Taurus. I think Taurus is probably the most obnoxious thing to catch in the entire Safari Zone. And, its encounter rate was boosted for yellow, so we have a little bit of an advantage here. I'm just gonna chuck balls, and I'll be explaining the mechanics of how the Safari Zone works in a minute here, once I kind of get settled into the video and know what the hell I'm doing with my life. Yeah, that was expected. I guess let's grab some items while we're here. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of a... I'd call it mindless, but it's probably going to be me trying to tell a very long and stupid, unnecessary story, which I like doing, while also trying to catch stuff and failing miserably. So I don't know if mindless is the best way to put it, more like just unfocused. Like, I already forgot if I'm a real person, for example. Okay, well, there goes that idea. Okay, so I needed to make a trip back to the PC anyway, so let's do that. I can keep the random captures that I have in my team. That doesn't really matter at all, but I do need to change boxes so I'll have room for stuff. And I need to swap around my inventory a little bit. Let's see, did I catch anything beyond these? Yeah, just those two. Okay. So what I need to do is I'm going to grab myself a single nugget so that I can actually have money to get more than one Safari Ball now. And let's go ahead and switch to an empty box. I think that's pretty much all I need to do. I have no reason to be bringing Firebird with, I just figured I'll have the companionship, because why not? Alright, so where's the mart in this town? I never remember. Well, it's certainly not over there. The layout of this town is freaking awful. It's like if you use cut, it's slightly better, but it's still annoying. Okay, so because I was a dumb and forgot to check this, give me a minute to actually verify if Rhydon can be caught in the wild, and then I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, you can get Rhydon, but it's in Cerulean Cave, Unknown Dungeon, whatever you want to call it. I am trying to avoid doing that because I want to like try to fill the decks before the Elite Four, so we'll catch another one anyway. So that means I need to catch another Rhyhorn, another Execute, and then I've got Chansey, Tauros, Marowak, Scyther, Pinsir, Kangaskhan. So basically just all sorts of good stuff. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. Oh, and Dratini, which I frickin' forgot to get the goddamn Super Rod again. That's fine, we'll get it next time, I guess. Alright, so let's make sure I've got all the items in this area. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm also going after all those. Let's just waste all the steps I have. Not like money's really that much of an issue. So, anyway, before I start telling the long and unnecessary story, I'll try my best to explain the Safari Zone mechanics. I read up on this on the Cave of Dragonflies. They have a very detailed page about it. And, oh shit. Nice. God damn, when I had to catch Tauros in, Red on the 3DS, that took me like a fucking week. That... Tauros is a piece of shit. I'm glad I got that thing now. Okay. Alright. That makes my life substantially easier now. But anyway, the basics are pretty well understood by most people, but it gets kind of in-depth and weird. So basically, the way the normal capture formula works, not taking the Safari Zone into account, obviously is a formula based off of the Pokemon's, like, intrinsic catch rate, which is just different depending on the species. The percentage of HP remaining, which for the purposes of this place is always going to be 100% remaining, so you can kind of ignore that. Status effects, which you can ignore. The type of ball used, which you can ignore. Safari Zone, or Safari Balls are the same as Great Balls. And I think that's it. And then the Safari Zone adds in the mechanic of bait and rocks. Now, when you throw bait, the catch rate is halved. So it, like... Well, actually... The catch rate becomes... Yeah, the catch rate is halved. And the chance of it running away is quartered. So it does give you a slight advantage in terms of, like, if you're just going to throw a piece of bait and then chuck a bunch of balls at it. Like, the amount of its, like, the percentage of it staying is higher than the, percentage of it not being caught, I guess is a way to put it, but it's still usually not that useful. And then, rocks are basically the opposite, except there's no quartering involved. It's just they become twice as likely to run and twice as likely to be caught. And, with both of these, when you do it, it basically starts a counter, of a random number between 1 and 5 that determines how long the Pokemon is going to be angry or is going to be eating. And, if it's a 1, then basically that counter ends as soon as the Pokemon makes its turn, so it does pretty much nothing for you. And I'm trying to remember, I might be getting some of this wrong, but it's like you can stack the catch rate modifiers, but you can't stack, like, the anger and eating modifiers, if I'm remembering right. So, like, if you throw, like, 5 rocks, it's not gonna make it, like, super likely to run. It's still just doubled, but it does keep doubling the catch rate. if that makes any sense. And it's like, if you throw a bunch of rocks and then you throw one bait, it changes from being in the, like, I want to run state into the I want to stay state, instead of just, like, going down one level. So, what you could theoretically do is throw, like, 3 rocks, hope that it doesn't run away during any of those turns, and then throw a bait to make it want to stay. And by doing that, you are lowering its catch rate at the end there, but you already raised it so much that it's still beneficial. I hope that made sense. But the problem with this is every time you're taking a turn to do that, even if it has a lowered chance of running, you're still basically wasting your turn in order to make it, like, change its behavior. And so it can just run on those turns anyway. So it's like, even with all this in mind, the best strategy is usually just to chuck a bunch of balls. It's kind of hilarious, actually. I think the chuck a bunch of balls method is the best, and then the second best is, like, throw 3 rocks followed by a bait, and just kind of hope that it doesn't fuck off. It really is up to luck, though. And speaking of luck, I've actually been, fairly lucky here, apparently, because I've already caught several of the things I need. So let's see, I don't need any more execute. Sorry, I'm just checking my list here. I caught Taurus, so that's one less thing to worry about. Surprised how common Taurus is in the Safari Zone in this version. It's stupid rare in the originals. Okay, so I think I've got my list. I still need the one more Rhyhorn, right? I don't think I caught a second one. No, I definitely did not. Okay, so yeah, we want another Rhyhorn still. I guess we'll try to get Dratinian Dragonair. And for that matter, probably Magikarp too, because it's, like, why the hell not? It's right here. I'm certainly not going to get the old rod, so I'm not sure where else it'll show up. You might actually be able to catch it in Fuchsia. I don't really care. You get 30 balls from 500 bucks here. It's, like, cheaper than a Pokeball at that point. And now the thrilling of the adventures of fishing. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get one of these. Or not. Oh, also, my god, is this really happening? Jesus. One other part of the mechanic that I didn't explain is the chance of a Pokemon running is also based on its base speed. Or not even base speed, it's like the actual speed of the thing you're fighting. It basically just the higher it is, the more likely it is to run. I'm not gonna go into the exact formula there because I don't remember it. But I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of annoying mechanics that you can kind of ignore for the most part because you might as well just chuck balls. And now we get to find another Dratini. So, now that I've finished explaining all that shit, I'll try to go into my other story here. So, I mentioned a few segments ago that there was this, like, gaming convention that was going to be held in Dallas, and that I basically wanted nothing to do with it. I did end up going to it yesterday, though, and it was the first time I went to any such thing, and apparently it was quite small compared to most conventions, so I guess it was like a way to ease into them, because I still don't really care for the overall idea. Mainly just because I'm an asshole. Also caught a Dratini. But, oh god, where do I start with this? So, it was, 20 bucks to get in per person. It was, me, Martin, and Joel went, so 60 bucks just to go in, and, because they actually, like, got stuff and had a decent time there, I'd say that was probably worth it. I did not. I wouldn't say I had a bad time, necessarily. Hey, that worked out very well. I'm going to try to catch one more, because I'll need to evolve one into a Dragonite, but if it doesn't show up in, like, the next few minutes, I'll probably just move on. Also, I should probably save, because I've caught a lot of good stuff so far. But yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. So it was 20 bucks. I still am not sure if that was entirely worth it for me. But, let's see. The stuff they had there was about half of the floor space was taken up with just booths of people selling stuff. Another, like, third... These numbers I'm going to read out are probably not going to add up to a full 100%, just because I'm not keeping track of it, so keep that in mind. But there was like a third of it that was just like, apparently some kind of like Microsoft thing. I really don't know what they were showing off, because I didn't look at it at all. There was also some random-ass T-Mobile booth that every single person there ignored, and I kind of felt bad for them. But, then the remaining amount of space was kind of divided between... Okay, yeah, saying it was a half of the booth, this is probably wrong, but whatever. There was, people playing board games. There was a bunch of random-ass console games set up, which I'll get into in a minute. And then there was, like, the tournament area, which, as far as I can tell, was just, like, Super Smash Bros. Stuff. And when I say that, I mean basically every game in the series. Because there was apparently a Smash 64 tournament at one point. There was Melee going on. There was Project M going on, and then there was Smash 4 going on. I don't think there was any Vanilla Brawl, because people never play that, but every other version was on there, and I didn't really pay attention to any of that, because I'm not a competitive player. I saw, like, a little bit of it from a distance, but it's not really my thing. From what I understand, I think Zero was there. Like, the competitive Smash 4 player. It could have just been somebody else using that same name, though, because again, I wasn't, like, paying super close attention. I just heard over the, like, they were making announcements over, like, the loudspeaker and stuff, and I think they, like, called him up to stage at one point, like, just, I don't know, just for, like, an interview or whatever, and I think he placed third in the Smash 64 tournament. I don't know who got second and first. I wasn't listening, really. There was also some kind of, I don't know if it was the name of the tournament or if it was just like a group of people that showed up, but there was something like Low Tier City. Maybe somebody knows what that is. I know they were selling t-shirts with like, just various low-tier characters on them, and I don't know. But that's about all I've got, on that subject at least. I'm moving on because this is getting irritating. Let's see if I can find a Marowak or Chansey or Scyther here, because I need all three of those. Let's see. The random-ass console games are kind of funny because it was just, they had a bunch of tables with, I'm going to say, around 30, like, TVs set up, usually, like, CRT ones, and they had a few games that you might expect. They had, like, a few with Halo, and I think there was, like, Doom, and just various, like, popular games, and, they had, like, some of the old Marios and stuff. But, then they had, like, Tomb Raider 2. Like, who's gonna just go there and play that? I don't know, it was weird. And then somebody had a Vectrex, which is that really old, like, 70s or 80s vector-based console that, like, has the screen attached to the system. If you don't know what I mean, I don't know if you care, but you can look it up. But that was kind of cool. And then there was, like, a TurboGrafx with some kind of weird Japanese RPG on it. Or no, the Japanese RPG was on a disc-based system that apparently was like the follow-up to the TurboGrafx, and I forget what it was called. But yeah, there was some weird games there. There was a person playing Banjo-Kazooie. Like, if they had something like Metroid Prime set up, I probably would have, like, gone on there and just randomly started, like, a low percent run for a few minutes, but they didn't. But that's enough of that section, I guess. I didn't really spend all that much time there. They also had, like, an Oculus Rift. I tried it for a couple minutes. It was okay. So here's a Chansey that we're probably not going to catch. Yeah, probably not. And it shows up again. Nope. By the way, you missed the Pokemon thing. This doesn't happen in anything other than Gen 1, and it's not like actually the ball missing, it's just this is the lowest possible message for, like, normally the catch rate, like, generates a bunch of numbers, and depending on how many of these numbers you beat, you'll get, like, a certain number of ball wiggles before it breaks out. This is just the lowest version of that. It's nothing really particularly special other than just kind of annoying to see in general. Okay, sorry, I got like a text message earlier. I wanted to make sure it wasn't anything important. Alright, so, the majority of the time that we spent in this convention was in the, section with all the people selling stuff. And that was the main reason we went in the first place, because, I know Joel wanted to see what kind of used games they had there, and I figured it might be interesting to look around. So, I have probably explained this in other videos, but I have, like, a serious problem with spending money, and not the way that you might expect, because I think when most people say that, they probably mean that, they spend money way too, like, easily, and there we go. Damn. They spend it way too easily and get a bunch of shit that they don't need. My problem is, I, like, won't spend money with a gun to my head. It depends on what it's on. Like, I am extremely willing to throw money away for no reason if it's, like, for somebody else, usually, or if it's like, if we need, like, want to just get food or something like that, I, like, won't care if something's more expensive than, like, basically, I'm just trying to say, like, I'm not the kind of person who will just get rice and beans because it's cheap. Like, I'll spend money on whatever I want, I don't care. But if it's for, like, a game, or just some kind of, like, random stuff that I want, I won't get it, because I always, like, basically justify the fact that, like, I don't need it, so I'm not gonna get it. So we go to this place, I'm looking through all the games and stuff. They've got pretty much whatever you can think of, going from the super old retro stuff to, like, more modern games, and there were a few fuck you. There were a few games that I wouldn't have minded getting, most notably stuff like, there were some old Super Nintendo stuff, like Yoshi's Island, Kirby Superstar, that I really like and don't have physical copies of, but I also don't feel like I need physical copies of those games, because I can just emulate them, and I've been fine doing that for years, so it's like, I'm not gonna drop $30 on Yoshi's Island just for the sake of having it. There was a guy selling amiibos, and yes, I always say amiibos, I know that the plural is just amiibo, I don't care. Anyway, I think I'm done in this area, we're moving on. But, I looked at those because I do like collecting them. There were a few that I wanted. They had a Palutena, they had Wii Fit Trainer, I forget what else. There was, like, Dark Pit, which I didn't really want, but it was interesting. I don't really see that one very often, or at all. Just a few, some of the more obscure ones I would have liked to get, but he's like, they're all half off the, listed price, so I look at them, and the listed price for Wii Fit Trainer is like $75, and I'm like, yeah, even at half price, I don't really think I want that, and so I ended up not getting any of those. They had the, like, Pat the NES Punk Ultimate NES, like, book, whatever that thing is called, which I've been wanting for quite a while, but it was $60. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay that much money on that. And so, like, the entire time I'm there, I'm basically just looking for something to justify the $20 entry fee, and I didn't get anything. I couldn't find a single thing that I was willing to spend money on. I could have gotten something unique, like there were people selling art and magnets and pins and stuff like that. I don't need a Nidorina. It's like, I probably would have enjoyed having something like that more than a random physical game that I don't need, but I still didn't want to spend money on that either, so whatever. But I was alone in that regard because the other companions I was with definitely did buy their share of stuff. I think Joel spent like $250. It was pretty good. And he got some decent stuff too. It was actually, like, it sounds like, when I say that he spent $250, it sounds like it was this waste of money, but I don't think it really was. It was actually pretty good deals. He got a Genesis and Sega CD combo for I forget how much money. It was definitely kind of a good deal though. And funny story with that one, it came with Sonic 2, but we already have Sonic 2, so he tried to like swap it out for a different game, and they said sure. And there were like 3 games to choose from, so we got Batman Forever, which is a complete piece of shit. I like making fun of that game a lot, so it's kind of funny to have it, I guess. I got Mario RPG, and then basically just a bunch of boxed Genesis games. And I think that was about it. I don't remember exactly. Martin got the complete in box Ocarina of Time, so like gray cartridge, good condition box, manual. Did I get the Kangaskhan? I don't even frickin' remember. Well, I've got another one if I didn't. No, I guess, okay. So, let me check something here. I just caught the Kangaskhan. I think all I need is Scyther now. Yeah, Scyther's right here. I think I have everything else that can be gotten in the Safari Zone. Because I got Chansey, I got Kangaskhan, Taurus, I got Pinsir. Yeah, Scyther's in this area. It's just a 4% encounter rate, so I'll stick around a bit longer. But yeah, the completed box Ocarina of Time was pretty cool. I think there was a bit of trickery involved with that one, because there was like a person selling the full complete set with like a really shitty quality instruction manual, so it was like, hey, can I spend $10 less and get this without the manual? And they said sure. And then he went over to a different booth and got just the manual in good condition for $5, so that worked out quite well. And in front of me, I've got a stack of N64 games that were bought for the collection, so let's see what we got. There's Superman, oh boy. Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest, Ready to Rumble Boxing, NFL Quarterback Club 2001. It's mostly sports. Let's see. Shadow Man, which I don't know what that is. NFL Blitz 2001, NFL Blitz Special Edition, NFL Blitz... just... that's it, I think. And NFL Blitz 2000. Special Edition, I think, is a Blockbuster exclusive. I think it came, like, with the other ones as, like, a package deal, and that was the reason that one was bought. But yeah, there's a lot of goddamn sports games on the N64, and most of them are probably complete garbage, but they need to be obtained for the collection, I guess. So anyway, let's actually make this attempt to get to the last area and get Surf and Strength, or not Strength, but the Gold Teeth, and then if I happen to have any steps left at the end, I'll try to get Scyther. I haven't even seen a Scyther yet. That thing has been strangely elusive. Because it's a 1% in the area that I'm in right now, and it's a 4% in the next area. Trying to think if there's anything else worth talking about with that place. Not really. Like I said, I've never been to conventions before, and the reason I don't usually like them is because, as I've already stated and put an elaborate amount of emphasis on, I won't spend money on things, so there's no reason for me to go for that reason. I don't like being in large groups of, like, large crowds, so that turns me off. There's not that many things that I'm, like, a major fan of that I'd want to meet people from, if that makes sense. Like, this one was called the Let's Play Gaming Convention. I don't know if it actually had anything to do with Let's Players, because if there were any there, they certainly didn't make themselves known. if it was in fact Zero there, I'm pretty sure he was the most well-known person. But like, even if there wouldn't be really any LPers that I would necessarily want to meet, because there's basically none that I watch. Like, if it was a bigger name thing and, like, Vinny went there, then yeah, I'd probably want to, like, chat with him for a couple minutes or something, but I don't know. I wouldn't go to a convention just for that. But yeah, it's like, if there was, like, a place with, like, a Futurama panel with, like, the voice actors and the writers and stuff, like, answering questions, like, that might be kind of cool, but that's, like, the only thing I can think of that I might want to go see. I don't give a shit about, like, anything else. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't necessarily see myself going to any more in the future, but it's, I guess, a possibility. Did I get everything? There's probably some stuff that required surf. I'll have to try surfing left when I go in, once I teach that to somebody. 51 steps left. I could just try to stand in place and rotate, but that's annoying. I don't care if I have to spend the money, so we're gonna find a frickin' Scyther. It's gonna happen. I just need that, and I technically need another Dragonair, and then that'll be it. And I think I've probably got one encounter left. Maybe a couple more. New arena, I really don't care. And there we go. Okay. So, let's, now that we've obtained Surf, let's try and, take advantage of a certain other exploit that we can use here. Assuming I know what I'm doing, which I probably don't. The fact that I've now exited Diffusia City might have actually messed this up. But let's see. What can I teach Surf to? Clearly Diglett. No. Pikachu can learn Surf, but only under very specific circumstances, which I do not currently have the ability to do, so can't do that. Let's put these guys away. I'll definitely be sorting this box out later. I think I can teach it to Nidoqueen. Like, I could teach it to one of my Water-type team members, but I don't want to. So, I think we're just gonna do this. Why did I open that menu? What am I doing? Okay, yeah, we'll do this. And I need to keep Tail Whip so that I can intentionally stall out with, Ditto. Everything else doesn't matter, so we'll just get rid of Tackle. Okay, so let's see if this actually works, because I've not done this before. Most people are aware of the surfing on the coast of Cinnabar Island for Missing No trick, in Red and Blue. And I'm pretty sure you can do it here for Safari Zone encounters, as long as that's the last place that you've visited that has... Or fuck me, never mind. Okay, I forgot I need to beat Sabrina. So yeah, we're not doing that, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, the way that works is like... I'm trying to think how to explain this. The coastline here is still technically part of the Cinnabar Island map. And, like, if you move over one tile to the right, I think you're considered to be on Route 20. So, like, if you're here, you're on a tile that can generate encounters in a place that has no encounter list. And so it basically just borrows it from the last place you were in that has an encounter list. So, like, if you do the Safari Zone and then come here, you can just encounter stuff on the coast and try to catch them without Safari Balls. Which, now that I think about it, probably would have been useful if I had actually brought any kind of Pokeballs, if that was going to work, but... whatever. It didn't exactly pan out. Let's go ahead and get Strength, because it's right here. Well, not right here, but right here. I think I need Koga's badge for Strength. whatever. Let's teach that to Nidoqueen also, because why not? And can I use this HM? Let's see. I don't remember if Erica... Oh, yeah, I guess I can. Oh boy. Alright, well... I pretty much did everything I expected to in this video except for catch Scyther, so... I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that anyway off screen. Then, depending on how long this recording is, we may do something else. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'll cut back when I find one, I guess. Alright, so this is a little bit awkward. Let me explain what happened here, if I... Yeah. So, I thought I was recording, and I caught Dragonair, another one, and a Scyther. It didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, actually. But, I was apparently just hitting preview instead of record, so I didn't actually get any of that footage, which is not a huge deal, because you really didn't miss out on much. The only interesting thing was with Scyther, basically, I got to the area that it was in, I saved, and then I found it as, like, the first encounter, didn't catch it, kept looking for the remainder of my steps, never even found another one, reset, found it again on the first encounter, and then caught it on that attempt. It was kind of weird. But, I'm pretty sure I have everything possible from the Safari Zone at this point, except for some items that require Surf, so I'll be going back there at some point. I wish I still had the footage, but again, you're not really missing anything. But there is some other stuff I also started to show off involving the Safari Zone, and I don't have any of that footage now. But once again, not a whole lot really happened with it, so we're gonna just kind of replicate it here. And this time we might actually get some more interesting results anyway. So, let's go ahead and just head inside. Let me make sure that I can't just go left from the beginning. No, you definitely need Surf for that. So, anyway. If you remember back in my Platinum LP, I had an outro that had a few weird clips in it, as always, and one of those clips was of Pokemon Yellow wandering around an extremely glitchy-looking area, and if you don't know what that is, that's what we're about to be showing off here. It's known as Glitch City, which is kind of a misnomer because it's not a city, and you can pretty much trigger it with any area in the game other than a city. But, what you want to do is get down to about 100 steps, or possibly less, but 100's pretty good. Then you want to try to leave, say no, save again, reset, and then try to leave again. And then it does this weird garbage, which is basically how I set up the walk-through walls glitch back, however many segments ago that was. And now we still have the step counter. So what we want to do is just basically have the step counter run out somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. If you do it in an actual city or anywhere with like doors or cave entrances, then it won't generate a glitch city area because it'll just have you walk out of that, like, walk out of the door. But if you go somewhere else, it'll create some weird shit. So this is Route 15. We've been here before. I'm gonna see what this place generates because I didn't check this one in the last part. I got a semi-decent one off of Route 9, but I didn't have much room to maneuver, and all the other ones were kind of lackluster. So let's see what we get here. Is this going to be an infinite tree? I think they usually are. Yeah, pretty much. And I think I'm stuck. Well, Pikachu seems happy. Yeah, I'm stuck. Okay. Well, let's reset and do a different area then, because that one kind of sucked. I mean, it was at least visually kind of interesting. We got the stupid cut tree, but... let's see. I tried... Yeah, let's fly just to save some steps. I tried doing, Cycling Road, because I had heard that if you do Glitch City there, then the game, like, has you constantly walking downwards because it thinks that you're still on the hill. But it didn't do that for me. So we're just gonna do this tiny little route here and see what this generates. I have no idea how the game generates these areas. It basically just takes the map data and corrupts it, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, that looks about right. Actually, you know what? Hold on. No. I think this is the same one that I got from the proper cycling road, so maybe I didn't go far enough up on that one. Let's try that again. So leave. Let's fly to Celadon, I guess. No. Could just do Fuchsia, but whatever. This one requires many more steps, so clearly it's the superior option. Okay. So yeah, this should be the actual cycling road route now. Let's see what this does. Okay, yeah, we're constantly moving down. This actually looks like a pretty good one. I've actually got... Damn, that's a big gem. Okay. I've got area to maneuver. We got some water. Not that I can surf on it. We've got some ledges to go off of. I like this one. This one's actually big. Is it looping vertically? Because, I don't know. This is weird. Where can I go? Well, I had more area to maneuver than in other ones, but still not a whole lot. Now, if I had surf, we could actually go check out some more stuff, including that grass patch up there, which I don't even want to know what that generates. I mean, I do want to know, but it concerns me. Also, I'd like to read that sign. So yeah, basically what I'm learning here is I need to get surf before or rather I need to beat Sabrina before I can fully explore any Glitch City stuff. Well, at least this one had a bit of stuff to explore, so that was kind of cool. Let's try a couple more. I'm in the mood to do more of this, because this is always stupid, so... I found out last time that Viridian Forest doesn't work because it just has you exit from, like, the gatehouse on Route 2 for some reason. I tried Route 24, it didn't really do anything interesting. I know that, the Coast of Cinnabar generates a good one, but once again, I don't have surf. Let's try Route 8. I did Route 9, and it was, like, really small and not interesting. So let's see what we get from this one. Oh, it just... Okay, that's right. No, no thank you. Yeah, if there's any kind of door, you will just exit from the door. Okay, where else can I go? I could try... I think if I do Route 4 or 5, it'll probably have me exit from, like, the Pokémon Center or Mount Moon, so that's not going to be that impressive. 10 will probably have me come out of Rock Tunnel. I can try 11, though. Or not 11, but 12. 11's the one next to Vermilion. Is this going to have me come out of the gatehouse? It probably is. No, no, it did not. Okay. If I go down, I'll probably get stuck in a house. Can I go right? I mean, I can, I just will disappear after doing so. Okay. That was different. Let's try the, ocean route, south of Fuchsia. 19, I think it is. Better not have me just come out of this house. It's probably going to. No. No. I don't want Nidoqueen to get any EVs, but it's not like I'm going to be saving anyway, so whatever. Not what I wanted to have happen today. Okay, can I just want the game to whisk me away to a land of glitch. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there's water here. But, not exactly beneficial to my cause. Alright. Anywhere else worth checking? How about the one left of Viridian? That might get me somewhere. Oh, also I can get a Dream Eater gem from that guy. I forgot about him. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make it to the other one, but this one works. Oh, we got grass. Okay, is it going to be the same encounters as Route 22? Probably. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that answers that question. Well, I've got some grass, I've got some 9s. I've got H93. And that's about it. So yeah, I think we'll probably do some more Glitch City mess, oh wait, hold on. I found a path. I didn't realize. Okay. There's just a Japanese character. Pikachu is fucking up. I don't know what it's even doing. What was going on there? Where did Pikachu go? And what am I standing on? How did I get stuck? Okay, let's actually try that one again. I liked that one. I've got to see what happened there again. I was about to say we're done for now, but no, I have to investigate that one again. I'll actually save there this time, because you can fly out of them. It's safe to do that. Okay, so we're gonna save, and now let's see what we can have happen here, because I can apparently walk through this. Now, if I go up here, Pikachu, like, gets caught on stuff, and his pathing messes up, and possibly just disappears. Wait, no, it's trying to catch up. Okay. What's going on? Why does the Forest of Nines mess with Pikachu's AI so badly? I'm gonna do this for a bit, and let's see if we can, get that to happen again. Is it gonna catch up, or is it just lost forever? I think it's just lost forever. Oh well. Okay, so let's, try to jump onto this cylinder and walk down. No? Okay. I think I've seen about all I can see from this one. So, like I said, we'll do more of this once I have Surf, because I want to see what kind of weird garbage I can find. But, I guess next time we'll be returning to normality, whatever that means. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. Should probably start going after the next gyms, but that would be boring. So, I don't know. A quick little addendum here. I, went back to a Pokemon Center to save, and I know there's no game audio, don't mind that. But, when I went to save, I noticed something a little special here. Glitch City apparently maxed out my time. I don't know why. I had no idea it was going to do that. Luckily, I don't really care, but that's really dumb. I guess I won't know, like, I won't know how long it takes me to beat the game. Oh no, what will I do? But yeah, whatever.
つまり赤と青がこんな風にものすごい速さで入れ替わっていたんですね。
I know there are 150 Pokemon out there, but is there really one more adorable than Pikachu? I don't think so.